Hi folks, it's Shane here again at Wight Bushcraft. Recently did a video of a hammock and tarp to a tent and nest tutorial, which has been quite popular, I think. But I said I would do a follow-up for that. As I said before in that video, I had tested that setup in the garden, but hadn't really tested it in anger. So that's the plan for tonight. I've got my gear packed. There's a bit of wind, fairly brisk northwesterly wind, and there could be some rain as well. Showers are forecast, so should be good. And it's cold as well, so it should be good weather to test this setup. I want to test it for when we go up to Scotland up in May. So stay tuned, folks. Well, here we are, folks. I'm on the top of my local hills now. This is the Downs at Ventnor, and you've got a lovely sweeping view out all along the south coast of the island. It's pretty cold, it's windy, and there's rain forecast. So good conditions to test this tarp out, as I mentioned earlier. And so what I need to do now is find myself an appropriate site to pitch the tarp, and then we'll settle down for the night. I think I've got about an hour and a quarter of daylight left, so yeah, I better get cracking. nice little spot that I'm going to just pitch the tarp there. There's a little bit of a hump just behind me here, and that will just help me get a little bit shelter from the wind. And there are some heavy showers I can see coming in across the ocean there. That's a good thing about here. I've got quite a big view, quite a vast view right down the English Channel, and I can see the weather systems actually moving in, so it's not going to be long before they're here, so let's get cracking. The tarp that I've bought this time is it's not the Superlight, same size. The Superlight's 2.9 by 3. This is 3 by 3, so just 10 centimetres bigger, that's all, but it's the same size tarp, do the same job. So I'm just going to pitch this over there. The reason I bought it is it's camo, I just wanted to blend in a little bit more. Well, there we are. There's my tarp pitched. It's the light's fading quickly now, but the tarp's pitched, and I've got my gear inside. That took about 10 minutes, and it's up. And if the rain comes in now, I'm okay. I can dive in there. It's quite blowy. I've got a bit of shelter, and it's quite blowy, so this is a really good test for it. It is collapsing slightly at the sides, but no more than a hex peak would, I don't think. So anyway, we're spending the night in here tonight, and we'll see what it's like. There's a view from inside. See my pack there, and there's the door open at the moment, but I'll be closing that later. And it really is cold out there at the moment. That wind's really chilly. But in here, out of that wind, it's can feel the difference. It's a lot warmer, relatively. And there's the view from the door, clear across the ocean. What a view! And it's only about 5:15, but being November the 5th today, the clocks have gone back last week. The evenings really are drawing in now, but actually I don't mind this time of year. It does have a character of its own. But what a lovely view. I'm just getting the nest and the bedding, my sleeping system sorted up. There you can see the hammock, and there's my gear there. Just spread it around. There you go. So I've got plenty of room for my gear and for sleeping. This is ideal. For one, I've got space in here, and yeah, I'll be quite happy spending the night in here. Great stuff. There she is, all ready for the night. Yeah, what a beautiful sky as well. It's lovely over the ocean, and just see the moon up there as well. Beautiful evening. Very cold, but beautiful evening. Lovely it is, really nice, beautiful. It's so nice to be out as well. Yeah. It's cold, but it's character building. Yes, it's getting quite dark now. I'm pretty much sorted out, got my water, brought a couple of litres of water with me. I'm only here for one night, so that should be plenty enough. I think I'll got my gas, got my little stove, so cook there, got my gear there, and room over there as well. So yeah, plenty of. There's enough room for one. You could sleep two in here, but I don't think you'd have room for your gear. But if you were desperate, you could. But this is ideal for one. And like I said before in the last video, it does give you the option of either in between the trees, tarp and hammock, or like this, a nest and a tent. So what I should do is, when I've had something to eat, I should just put my walking pole along the top of the bug net and hoist it up on my little contraption here, and do a little bit of Bible study, I think, and then which I enjoy, and then yeah, and then get some shut eye for the night. Right, so we got some nice Mediterranean vegetable pasta bake, some nice Gruyere cheese on top, which, as you'll no doubt remember, is my favourite. Oh, what a view out of that tent door. I've got the tent door open, and it's really, there's no weather or wind coming in at all, so I've got that lovely view out there over the ocean with the moon over it, and there's just a little bit of light left. I can just see the clouds slightly backlit from the fading light, but that's moon over the ocean. Wow, what a view. And what a place to eat as well, with a view like that. So as I say, this is a Mediterranean pasta bake, and with some chicken in with it, which my dear wife kindly made. And all I've got to do is reheat it on the old stove. And I'm just about ready for this now. You see, it's cold from my breath, but I'm dressed appropriately. So, is it the Norwegians saying? And it's never too cold to go out. It's just that you're wearing the wrong clothing. In actual fact, I don't mind the cold. I never used to like it much, but I kind of, since I've started skiing, put a little bit of water in that so it don't burn. Since I started skiing, I've kind of got quite to like the winter now, especially when you go to these northern climes. So I went to Norway last year. And what a beautiful country that is, and what lovely people as well. And there's a guy that I watch his channel, two actually, Martin of the Woods and Norwegian Bushcraft, Odd. And he's got a great channel as Odd. I love watching his stuff, and he goes into some beautiful country, and a real good bushcrafter. Yeah, good guy he is. Yeah, I like Odd. Yeah, watch out for his channel. It's worth looking him up if you've not already done so. Norwegian Bushcraft. very knowledgeable guy, and very helpful he is. He doesn't mind sharing his knowledge. But yeah, he's very good. And Martin as well, Martin of the Woods. Martin's a nice chap. He does some nice stuff. He goes to some beautiful country as well. And that's some of his vids. Oh, that smells good. A little bit more water in that. I think it's just a... Yeah. Well, there we are, guys. There's the first test. Can you cook? Have you really got room to cook in there, your meal? Yeah, you have. Plenty of space for cooking. Just put your your stove just down in the middle here. Cook while you're laying down, or so you can just kneel in the middle of the tent. You've got enough head height. I'm 5'11", so if you're really tall, like some guys are, well, you might struggle, but at my height, I'm all right. There we are. And I thought, while I'm enjoying this beautiful food, I thought I might just do a shout out. But if you really like to learn more on the fungi, there's a guy, he's called Marlowe Renton, and if you just search for Marlowe Renton on the YouTube, in the search bar at the top, and you come across his channel. If you want to learn or get into the foraging wild mushrooms and fungi, he is an expert, and he's very got a nice presenting style, and his videos are very informative. Oh, that's a lovely coffee. And just using my stove to just give me a little bit of warmth, warm my hands up a little bit. It's a little bit chilly, as you can see. But it's fantastic being out. And of course, it's not that I get involved with it, but there's a lot of fireworks going off out there. But it's a beautiful night. As I said before, it's pitch black now, and it's a real bright sky. The sky is ablaze with stars, and it's the moon is just starting to. It's a waxing moon. It's a crescent shape to the moment. So there's a bit of moonlight, as I say, over the water, which looks lovely over the ocean. It just that's the thing. That's part of the reason why I love being out on these wild camps and these bushcraft trips. They really do get you into the outdoors, and these are special times, you know. They really are really good memories. There's a real sense of adventure and you know, a grrr spirit. It's lovely, absolutely lovely. And although it's cold, I'm not bothered by that, because I know that when I get into my nice sleeping bag with my ski base layers on, I'm going to be as toasty warm. So, but it's lovely to be up here. I'm right on top of this hill, as I said earlier, overlooking the south coast of the island, right out to sea. I can see. So I've still got the door open. Still using the with the stove, still having the door open, because obviously we don't want any carbon monoxide issues. And of course, me being a gas engineer, I should know all about that, shouldn't I? That would be a bit embarrassing if I found me dead on top of a hill over carbon monoxide fumes. But there we are. Yeah, it's a beautiful night. Lovely. Lovely under this tarp, it really is. Great setup. Works a treat. So we see I've got the door closed now. It's got a little candle. It's just gives you an idea of how little draft there is in here. It's quite blowy outside, but there's not a lot of draft. We've got it pegged out pretty tight, and as you can see, a fair bit of room in here. But I'm just tucked up in my sleeping bag at the moment, and I feel as snug as a bug in a rug. It's lovely in here, actually. So far so good. So there's the nest up now, ready for me to sleep in for the night. It really is pretty cold tonight, so I have bought a little tummy warmer with me, some Courvoisier brandy, and that warms you up lovely. Just a few little nips. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's lovely. Condensation in here, well, there's a little bit, which I expected, but it's funny, it's in places, it's there, but it's not over here. But it's not too bad. You're going to get condensation. Like I say, if it was warmer weather, I'd leave the door open all night actually, because it's only a small door and doesn't let the wind in really. It's quite good. So I'd leave that open for ventilation, but this time of the year it is a bit chilly. Well, it's very cold. Obviously I want the door closed. But in the summer months, you know, the warmer months, you'd leave that door open all night permanently. It's not a huge door. It wouldn't let the weather in, and give you a good ventilation. But for having the best of both worlds, this is great. And now that I'm testing this and I know it's performing well, particularly it's as I say, I've had just a little bit of rain, a smattering, and it's quite blowy out there. I've got a cold northwesterly, so it's holding up pretty well. So as I say, to come out and field test it is good, because then I know I can rely on it when I'm hiking, you know, so that I can have the hammock and the tarp between trees if I'm near forest, or if it's open ground and flat, then I've got the tent solution as well. So yeah, it's standing up to the test. Oh, morning folks. Well, survived. Cool, it was cold in the night. Mind you, I was pretty warm in this bag, and I kept all my clothes on as well, so I was pretty warm. But had to get out to answer the call of nature. And the tarp was going quite stiff and crisp from the cold. But no, it's survived. It's worked well. It's served its purpose, and I'm still in one piece. It was pretty blowy in the night, and it's eased off a bit now, but it's okay. I think the only thing I would say, there was a bit of condensation, but it's not dripped on me or anything. It's just run down just because obviously the tarp's pitched, it just runs down the pitch of the angle of the walls of the tent. So no problem there really. And I would like a little bit more space, if I'm honest, but there's enough. But I'm seriously thinking about getting the 4x4 tarp and doing the same thing. But there's enough in here. It's worked out okay. So all in all, yeah, pretty good. See the sun coming up, folks. Always nice to see that in the morning. I'm going to get back inside the tent, I think, because my hands are froze. Well, there we go, folks. That's the hammock and tarp tent nest field test done. I had to cut the video short earlier this morning because it was so cold it just killed the batteries of the camera. So apologies for that, but yeah, it worked a treat. The pros outweighed the cons. As I say, I could have done with a little bit more room, but that's only a minor thing really. I know that on a lot of one-man tents, even two-mans, you're always pushed for room, so that's not too much of an issue. Fair amount of condensation, but not too much. Didn't drip on me, ran down the tent. But when I woke up in the morning, it was frozen and it was just ice on the inside of the tarp. And when I came out in the morning, the tarp was it was white with frost, and it was more like cardboard than a tarp. It was really cold, but good adventure. Enjoyed it. And it is with the nest up and everything, with a pole in the middle of the tarp. You have got to kind of worm your way around things sometimes. So there's a little bit of faffing around, getting in and out, but you know, it's not that bad. I think the pros outweigh the cons because, as I say, you've got the best of both worlds. You can have a setup where you can either be in between the trees or in a tent setup, so it's great for that. As I say, I think what I'm going to do, I mentioned earlier, is I'm going to get a DD 4x4 tarp, and I'm going to try exactly the same setup, but rather than a 3x3 super light or multi-cam, I'm going to get a 4x4 just for the extra room. I don't mind carrying the extra weight for that, but that's a good setup. And the hammock worked well as well as the ground sheet. The ground was moist, it was wet from the rain we had the previous day, heavy rain, but no wet came through the hammock, which, as I said before, acts as a bivvy. It's got that waterproof base there, so no water came through that. And I looked underneath it in the morning and it was damp underneath, but it didn't come through, so that kept me nice and dry. So all in all, a pretty good night. Cold, but a tester, but a good night. So there we are. That's the field test for that setup done, guys. I hope you found it useful, and thanks for all your support, your views and your comments, particularly on that nest tutorial video I did. That's proven to be very popular. Thanks for your views and your comments, guys, as well. Good to get the feedback on that. It doesn't matter if it's negative feedback. If there's an issue that you've seen that I've overlooked, then that's good. That's how we improve things, isn't it? So thanks, guys, for watching, and all being well, I'll see you on the next video. So take care, guys.